Something strange is happening 120 light-years away, and it's lighting up the imaginations of scientists around the world. On a small, rocky planet orbiting a red dwarf star, we've detected something unexpected. Gases in the atmosphere that resemble those produced by algae here on Earth. Yes, algae. Simple, microscopic life that helped shape our planet's atmosphere billions of years ago. But this time, it's not Earth we're talking about. It's a distant world where no one expected to find such a biological fingerprint. These gases, mainly oxygen and methane, aren't supposed to coexist in large amounts unless something, possibly alive, is constantly replenishing them. For scientists, that's like stumbling onto a message written in molecules, one that says, "Look closer." Could it be life? Or is there some strange, unknown process creating these signals? In this video, we'll explore what these gases actually mean, how they were discovered, why this planet is so unique, and whether we might be staring at the first real evidence of alien life. The planet in question orbits a dim, cool, red dwarf star named GJ 357, located in the Hydra constellation, about 220 light-years from Earth. Red dwarfs like this one are the most common type of star in our galaxy, but they're also among the most volatile, frequently blasting their planets with stellar flares. That's why scientists didn't expect to find anything too promising in systems like this. Yet, in 2019, something remarkable happened. NASA's TESS telescope picked up a faint signal. A planet, just slightly larger than Earth, passing in front of its star. That planet, now called GJ 357d, instantly became one of the most talked about discoveries of the year. At first, it was the planet's size and distance from its star that intrigued scientists. It orbits within the outer edge of the habitable zone, the sweet spot where temperatures might allow liquid water to exist. But that was just the beginning. More recent observations from advanced spectrometers revealed atmospheric traces that didn't quite add up. Among them were signs of gases like oxygen and methane, gases that on Earth are deeply linked to biology. Their simultaneous presence triggered a wave of scientific excitement, because they shouldn't last long together without something continually producing them. This wasn't just a rocky world with a stable orbit. It was a planet giving off hints, chemical whispers that something extraordinary might be happening on its surface. For the first time ever, we might be seeing the atmospheric fingerprint of alien life. To understand why this discovery is making waves, we need to look at what those strange gases are really telling us. On Earth, oxygen and methane are produced in large part by living organisms: plants, algae, and bacteria. But here's the key. These two gases are chemically unstable when they coexist. They react with each other and break down over time. So, if you detect both in a planet's atmosphere, especially in noticeable amounts, it means something is constantly replenishing them. And on Earth, that something is life. That's why scientists are paying such close attention to GJ 357d. Using powerful tools like the James Webb Space Telescope, astronomers began analyzing the planet's atmosphere by studying how starlight filters through it when the planet passes in front of its star. This method, called transmission spectroscopy, lets us identify what gases are present based on how they absorb specific wavelengths of light, like holding up a prism and seeing which colors vanish. In the case of GJ 357d, tiny dips in the light told a compelling story: methane, oxygen, and traces of carbon dioxide. These aren't just random chemicals, they're part of the same biological recipe that made Earth habitable. Some scientists have proposed alternative explanations. Maybe volcanic activity is releasing these gases, or there's an exotic chemical process at work. But here's the twist. Those processes usually leave behind signs, like sulfur compounds or high temperatures, and so far we're not seeing those. It's as if the planet is mimicking the breathable atmosphere of our own world, but without any of the usual geological messiness. The data isn't conclusive, not yet, but it's consistent with what we'd expect if microscopic life were thriving there. And the more we investigate, the more we realize this isn't just another exoplanet. It might be the first place where the cosmos is whispering back. Here's where things get even more mind-bending. If GJ357d truly harbors life, or even pre-life chemistry, we're witnessing something that may have already changed or even disappeared. That's because this planet is 120 light-years away, which means the signals we're detecting today actually left the planet 120 years ago. Whatever is happening there, whether life is thriving, evolving, or perhaps even fading away, already happened over a century ago from our perspective. In cosmic terms, we're looking at a memory, not a live broadcast. This time delay is one of the most humbling aspects of astronomy. Every image, every measurement, every shimmer of light is a snapshot from the past. So when we detect oxygen and methane today, we're really decoding events from the late 1800s. It's entirely possible that by now the planet has changed dramatically, or maybe even undergone some catastrophic shift we'll never witness in real time. But if conditions have stayed stable, or even improved, then the best might still be ahead. With upcoming missions like the Extremely Large Telescope, ELT, and the continued observations from Webb, we're poised to get sharper, more detailed looks at GJ357d. And if this planet is truly alive in any form, then that moment when humanity confirms it will be nothing short of explosive. Not in light or sound, but in our understanding of the universe. It could be the brightest moment in human history, visible not just in the sky, but deep within us all. Now, imagine this. One evening, you step outside and look up, not expecting anything unusual, and suddenly, there it is. A glowing dot, brighter than any star you've ever seen, hanging low in the sky like a silent beacon. At first, it seems impossible. It doesn't twinkle. It doesn't fade. It just burns, steady and strange, like a second moon. People all over the world see it. No telescope needed. From city streets to quiet villages, from mountaintops to deserts, the same question echoes across the globe. What is that? If something dramatic were to happen on GJ357d, like a massive atmospheric transformation, a planetary-scale eruption, or a visible shift caught by the next wave of space telescopes, we might witness changes that glow across the void. Depending on the nature of the event, it could outshine our brightest stars, even becoming visible during the day for a short period. Some atmospheric shifts can cause reflective light events, massive flashes, like cosmic flares bouncing through a planetary mirror. While not an explosion in the traditional sense, such phenomena could appear to us like the planet itself blinking into brilliance. The emotional weight of seeing such a spectacle can't be overstated. It wouldn't just be a scientific milestone. It would be a cultural awakening, a reminder that we are not alone in the universe of possibilities. For one brief, breathtaking moment, humanity would pause, not divided by borders or beliefs, but united by wonder, staring at the same glowing mystery written across our sky. The significance of what we're observing on GJ357d isn't just about the possibility of alien life. It's about unlocking the deeper processes that shape the universe itself. Every trace of gas, every spectral fingerprint gives us clues about planetary evolution, chemistry, and perhaps even biology beyond Earth. This isn't just a planet, it's a natural laboratory, quietly conducting an experiment that could reveal how life begins, adapts, or perishes on distant worlds. It's a goldmine for science because it pushes us beyond theories and into observable evidence. If a massive atmospheric change or energetic event did occur there, something we could see or detect, it would also teach us about the complex dance of energy and matter in exoplanetary systems. In the grander scale, we've already seen how massive cosmic events like supernovae forge the very elements that make us: gold, platinum, even uranium. These elements are born in violent explosions, in the death throes of giant stars like Antares, or VY Canis Majoris, then flung across galaxies to seed future solar systems. What's astonishing is that the iron in our blood and the calcium in our bones were once inside a dying star, forged in fire, scattered into space, and reborn in planets like Earth and perhaps in places like GJ 357d. The cosmos is a recycler, a creator, a destroyer. What's happening out there isn't just distant and abstract, it's deeply personal. Because when we study these planets and stars, we're really studying our own origin story written in light. Despite how dramatic all this sounds, there's no need to worry. Earth is perfectly safe. GJ 357d lies far beyond the range where any kind of planetary event or atmospheric transformation could harm us. Even in the case of a much closer supernova, the vastness of space acts as a natural buffer, protecting our planet from most of the energetic fallout. What we'd experience would be purely visual and observational, like watching a cosmic fireworks show from a safe distance. At most, we might notice subtle changes in Earth's upper atmosphere. Increased ionization could create more vivid auroras near the poles, and radio telescopes might pick up new signals as cosmic particles interact with our magnetosphere. These effects, though, would be scientifically fascinating and completely harmless. In fact, we have early warning systems in place. Neutrino detectors buried deep underground can sense high-energy particles released from distant cosmic events hours before their light reaches us. If something truly extraordinary were to happen near GJ 357d, scientists across the globe would know almost instantly. That's the beauty of our modern tools. While we gaze at the universe in awe, we also stand watch, ready to learn from whatever it shows us, without fear. We're witnessing something profound, not just the flicker of distant gases or the whisper of atmospheric shifts, but a moment suspended across time and space. GJ 357d, with its algae-like signatures and ancient light, could be offering us a glimpse into life's first breath, or its last. And whatever the truth may be, we're among the first humans in history to even ask the question, is something alive out there, calling softly through space? This moment isn't just about a single planet orbiting a distant star, it's about the scale of the cosmos, the endless clockwork of galaxies, and our place within it. The light we see tonight left that world before our grandparents were born. And yet, here we are, watching, wondering, decoding the ancient stories carried by photons and particles. Maybe we'll discover life. Maybe we'll uncover something even stranger. But one thing is certain. The universe is speaking, if only we choose to listen. So keep looking up, not just with your eyes, but with your imagination. Somewhere out there, among the infinite stars, more secrets wait to be discovered. More signals drift silently toward us, waiting to be understood. And as long as we remain curious, we will never stop finding wonder in the dark. If you found this story fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep exploring the universe together.